Welcome back, everybody. This is Altcoin Daily, as I'm sure you know. Welcome back. We are still very much in the wild, wild west of cryptocurrencies. If you guys are new to the channel, real quick, just to let you know, we bring you daily news on everything altcoin, everything cryptocurrency, daily market strategies, and regular deep dives on the latest, most current altcoins and ICOs. What makes me different from all the tens of other good cryptocurrency channels on YouTube or the hundreds of bad ones? Well, I cut through the bullshit. I'm going to bring you guys the most relevant, the most need-to-know information so you guys can make your own decisions. Because that being said, I am not a financial advisor. These are just my opinions. I'm a guy who follows the market daily, and I'm going to share with you. But do your own research. So that being said, let's get into the news. Of course, the most pressing news right now is the crypto market is down over 50% from its 2018 highs. You guys can check the market yourselves. We're going to go to CoinMarketCap in a second, but the total value of all publicly traded cryptocurrencies hit a combined $366 billion today, the lowest figure observed for the market since December 4th. It's actually a little lower than that right now, and we're going to check that out. The more than 60-day low, however, can also be read more bearishly, as it represents a 50% drop from the market's all-time high above $830 billion in early January. Indeed, for the second time in just 4 days, the market is awash with double-digit declines, as in just a few short weeks, a combination of new buyers' fatigue and negative news appears to have taken its toll. So, this time, the culprit, and this is going to lay out the possible reasons for the decline, the culprit may be speculation that new buyers may be further discouraged due to reports from China. We're going to get into that in a second. And also, major credit card issuers across the globe are reportedly restricting access to cryptocurrency buying just through credit, not through debit. I covered that yesterday. Still, year over year, and this is good news, the figures are less bleak as the market is up more than 1,800% from just the $19 billion market cap in February 2017. So you hear that? Although we are at a low for the past few months, we're still up over 1,800% from where we were just last year. And even if you just go back to the numbers in like November and September, we are still above that. So, just keep this all in perspective. But let's check out CoinMarketCap. I've been watching the market all morning. We were finding some stabilization around 340 billion. It's gone down just recently. I just noticed. If we just refresh real quick, let's see what comes up. I mean, for a while we were seeing in the hour charts some green. Now it's just still sitting on red, and we are at 327. Maybe we'll find some stabilization around there. Here's the thing. It is a buyer's market. What is causing all this FUD, all this red? Like I said, it could be the news from China, which we're going to go over. And also could be the credit card news, how you're not allowed to buy. In most banks, you're not going to be allowed to buy cryptocurrency using your credit. Here's the thing. There's been a lot of new people in the crypto game in the past few months. And those kind of people, they have the most fear. Now, if you've been involved in the crypto game for a while, I've been around for about a year, you don't have as much fear. You don't have as much doubt. You know it's going to bounce back. And also another possibility, the whales and corporations are testing how low this market can go. My opinion, eventually it's going to go so low that it's going to catalyze the market and it's going to go up. I think the market's a little bit oversold right now. I mean, maybe we'll still go down in the next couple of weeks, but I think in the next few weeks is going to be a good time to buy if you have, money that you're willing to lose. Because let's be honest, it is so volatile right now. We don't know what's going to happen. So if you want to invest and you're not going to be worried about parting with the money, I'd go find the buys. The reason I haven't been giving you guys, strategies in the past week or so is because it's like, do your own research and buy what you want. I can quickly go, obviously, Bitcoin, Ethereum, they've been down lower than, oh my God, we just got below 7,000. Wow. Those are good buys. They could go lower, but if you got in right now, you wouldn't regret it. Cardano at 32 cents, great buy. Ripple under 70 cents, great buy. Anything you want to do is a good buy. Neo, I say once it gets below 80, once it gets around 75, you can buy it. It might go lower. I got into Neo originally at around $30. And then I also bought in again around $150 because I thought, oh, this is going to keep going up, because it was going up while everything else was red for a while. But, like I said, if you want to get into Tron, Lisk, anything, these are great prices. The Binance coin, I've been doing some research on Electroneum. I'm going to do a separate video here in the next few days. This is a great price to get into Electroneum at, but, as far as technology goes, there's a lot better coins with a lot better technology. Electroneum does have great marketing, though. I think in the next year it will be, I don't know, close to $1. So it might be something you want to get into, but be careful. Anyways, let's continue with the news. Hopefully this doesn't get too much lower in the next week. But, then again, I did not invest more than I could afford to lose. So, I'm really okay right now. I know, in my opinion, it's going to go up. So let's get to this China news. Banned completely. China blocks foreign crypto exchanges to counter financial risks. China will add offshore cryptocurrency exchanges and ICO websites to its Great Firewall, the South China Morning Post reported Monday, February 5th, quoting a publication affiliated with the People's Bank of China, PBOC. Regulators in China officially voiced dissatisfaction with current measures restricting trade on domestic sites, coming to a decision to block foreign sites as well as counter financial risks. If you want to find out a little bit more about this, you can continue reading the article, but that pretty much sums it up. This is, we're not sure if this is confirmed yet. It's looking pretty good. Here's the thing. What could be key is when they say China blocks foreign crypto. As you know, or maybe you don't know, Hong Kong, which is technically a part of China but still kind of operates independently, China has still allowed Hong Kong to, trade cryptocurrencies. Maybe when it's saying China blocks foreign crypto exchanges, this is going to... maybe this means that they will continue allowing trading in Hong Kong. Who knows? But the thing is that just the fact that everybody is reporting China ban, that's creating so much FUD. That's a big reason probably markets are going down today. One of the reasons. I actually wanted to show you guys something. One of the channels I follow is CryptosRUs. I like this guy. This guy's a good crypto YouTuber. Do I follow him? I'm going to check if I follow him right now. I do follow him. I am subscribed. I would recommend subscribing to this guy. This guy is really good. I'm going to share just a little bit of his video and, basically his opinion on why China, he believes, he doesn't think, China wants to be a technology leader in the world market. And his kind of opinion on that China isn't going to let cryptocurrencies go by them without getting involved. And basically we're going to start at 2155, and it's... basically his opinion on why China supports blockchain with all their, you could see, they have Neo and so many other things, why they support blockchain, but they're not supporting, or why they're banning trade. And so that's what he's going to talk about right now. I put it at 125 speed so we can kind of just get the information quickly.
Right. So people are asking, well, they're banning crypto trading. Why are they supporting blockchain technology? See, that's the key thing. That's what we don't know. And my gut or my opinion about this is they don't really want to block cryptocurrency, right? They don't want to stop innovation. They want to be the leaders and they want control, right? So who knows what their agenda is? Maybe their agenda is right now, stop crypto trading altogether, concentrate on building the crypto companies within China, and then maybe make them legal to be traded, right? Maybe they only have Chinese citizens participate in Chinese-based cryptocurrency, or they deem some of these to be the national currency, right? So you don't know what the end game is. China and countries, right? They don't play the short term. Whatever they're doing now, not like, crypto trading. They're like, okay, yeah, we'll manipulate the market for a few months, get back in, and we'll make a few billion. Okay, we're talking about a country with trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars at hand, right? Making a few billion here and there is like you picking up a few pennies off the ground. That's not their end game, right? So their end game is looking at how do we take advantage of this new blockchain market, cryptocurrency market, and how do we leverage it and take advantage of it? And maybe that's what drives them to be the dominant, economic force in the next 10 to 20 years, right? So they're playing the long game, and this could be part of that. Where first they banned Bitcoin, right? Really to kind of stop the progress of Bitcoin becoming too readily bought and used in China. Second phase could be ban all cryptocurrency, right, which they have started. But really, you still have all these Chinese-based blockchain companies, right? So why don't they go after them? And why don't they go after the miners, which has been talked about for a while, right? So you figure if the country really wants to get rid of all, they can. They could go to all these companies and say shut down. And they could tell all the miners to shut down and go away. They could do all that. They could really, realistically, they can go into Hong Kong and shut down all these exchanges too. But they're not. So they're playing a longer game that we don't know what it is yet, but we can guess, right? And I think my opinion is they're building up the internal companies. They're building up companies like Neo to compete with Ethereum because Ethereum is a Western product. So they're building up.
All right, so yeah, I really like this guy. This guy cuts through all the bullshit. This guy's a good crypto YouTuber. I'm gonna follow him right now. I think you guys should follow him too. But you know, he doesn't think China's gonna be out of the game because they're not shutting down their own Chinese blockchain companies, and they want to be leaders. So let's get to the next part of news. Okay. Oh yeah, he also, this is something that I also learned when I was checking out his video. He also talked about this. Newly discovered vulnerabilities in all Ledger hardware wallets put users' funds at risks. So this is actually something that Ledger, Nano Ledger, they reported themselves. This isn't a vulnerability in their own hardware. It's just a potential risk their users could face, and they're trying to help out their users. So if you have a Ledger hardware like Nano Wallet, you know, this is something to keep in mind so you don't lose your money. And this is really, it's on the user. Let me just quickly tell you. Hardware cryptocurrency wallet manufacturer Ledger has discovered a vulnerability that affects all of its devices and can lead to users losing their funds, according to a report released on Saturday. According to the report, a middleman attack can be performed when the user attempts to generate an address to receive bitcoins to their Ledger wallet. If the computer that is used in this process is infected by malware, the attacker can secretly replace the code responsible for generating the address, causing all future deposits to be sent to the attacker. So this is only a vulnerability if the computer that you're sending your coins to your ledger, if the computer is infected with some sort of malware, and it could possibly replace your ledger address with their own address to get your coins. This can easily be prevented if you are careful, and you should always be careful because, once again, we are still in like the early stages of cryptocurrency. There is no great product to store your coins. I mean, Ledger Nano is really good, but just make sure what you're going to want to do when you're doing it is press this button, confirm your address with the address of your Ledger Nano. And that's basically what it says when you read how to protect yourself. If you have a Ledger Nano, I'd check out this article, but basically just make sure the addresses match up. Next. All right, this is pretty interesting. The U.S. SEC, CFTC, to focus 100% on crypto in dedicated hearings next week. Actually, the hearing's going on tomorrow. Let's read about it. The U.S.'s two major financial regulatory authorities have announced that they will hold a dedicated hearing on virtual currencies tomorrow, February 6th. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission and Commodities Futures Trading Commission will meet to discuss what an advanced notice describes as their oversight role, as the industry becomes an increasingly prioritized focus of lawmakers around the world. As Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies enter the public spotlight anew during last week's World Economic Forum 2018, with senior politicians from various major economies stating their intention to heighten legislative interactions. Calls for an internal effort on crypto regulations have received support from France, Germany, and others, the stage likely to be set for a major discussion during the G20 summit in Argentina in March. So we don't know what's going to come out of this hearing. They're going to discuss regulations. My opinion, I think overall this is a good thing. Here's the thing. We are still in the wild, wild west of cryptocurrency. We're going to need regulations eventually. There are pros and cons of not having regulations, and there will be pros and cons with having regulations. But we're going to need regulations eventually, and moreover, there are going to be regulations eventually. So let's hope they come to some good decisions. Here's the thing. There are a lot of rich people who have not gotten into cryptocurrency because it is so unregulated. And so I think this is a good step moving forward to really normalize cryptocurrencies. But we'll see what they discuss in their meeting. And then last thing I have, this is also good news. Japanese Airline confirms future Bitcoin payment options in the works. So Peach Aviation, a low-cost airline in Japan, has confirmed their plan to allow Bitcoin as a payment as payment is only delayed, not canceled. Peach Aviation this was initially announced in May 2017 that customers would be able to use Bitcoin as payment method during the end of the year. However, in December 2017, the plan was postponed until March. The airline has partnered with crypto exchange Bitcoin Japan for a new Bitcoin payment system, as well as for plans to open Bitcoin ATMs at airports around Japan. Japan has recognized Bitcoin as a legal payment method in the country since April. So yeah, this is some good news. This is just one of many steps to normalize cryptocurrencies. They obviously see some sort of benefit for their customers and for themselves being able to pay with Bitcoin. And this is good news that the market will go back up. All right, so that's all I got for you today. Let's check CoinMarketCap one more time to see what's up. It was at around 120. What was it? 325. We'll see. We'll see in 1 second. All right. It was around 325. Now it's still around 325 billion. Still in the last hour, things have gone down. So yeah. Join us again tomorrow for some more news. I'm going to cut through all the bullshit, tell you guys only what you need to know. If you're new to the channel, make sure you follow. If you like the video, be sure to like. If you have strong opinions on what I said, please feel free to comment. All right, thank you guys. Peace.